Hey everybody, I'm back again, and I know it's Monday, so apparently my weekends are too busy to create videos, but I am still drinking the Long Island iced tea by the Blue Point Brewing Company. Today I'm drinking the mango, which happens to be very good. It's a little sweet, but not too sweet. I am wearing a police department shirt today. I am a supporter of the blue, and if I offend you, that's on you, man. Sorry about that. I was reading that the crazy world has now determined that the white man is the biggest threat to our country. I'm not sure, but if we've seen these young to middle-aged white protesting liberals, they are a different brand of insanity looking to break the country in half. I would rather be an angry white man like myself than an angry white protesting liberal woman. They are berserk. Was Whispering Joe's birthday the other day while he was getting his colonoscopy. Whispering Joe, they say, is a great president. He's the greatest president in modern history. I mean, I suppose they're not looking at rising gas prices, food costs, inflation. I'm really not sure what they're looking at or looking for. But the man is the greatest president. Not really at all. So he goes under this colonoscopy, and Kamala was president for a little bit. Does anybody think she was sitting by the phone waiting? Joe didn't make it. The whole Democratic Party was waiting. You know, but I do think that Joe was probably a little bit more coherent under the anesthesia than not under the anesthesia. I'm just saying, because the dude's very hard to understand. Talking about this inflation rate going up, but the money you're saving. So if inflation's going up at a 6% and you're saving 3%, it's still not better, Joe. I don't know, maybe a basic math course? And Kamala, well, once again, fighting for the queen is stupid. But her ratings are at an all-time modern low for ratings for vice presidential approval. And it's not because she's doing a bad job. Everything has to do with white supremacy and racism. It's just a built-in excuse. Color. It must be nice to have a built-in excuse when you're horrible at doing their job. See, now like somebody like me is not going to have a built-in excuse because apparently alcoholic is not an excuse. It's a condition. So here we go. Toast to that. It really is. Everybody is losing their mind with this race. Everything is white supremacy. Congratulations, Michelle Wu, for becoming the first female and the first Asian woman to be mayor of Boston. However, there is a group in Boston that is pissed off because apparently she is not minority enough. And if you are not sure, Asian happens to be the new white. Can you imagine? Not minority enough. So now, on the color scale, there's also a variation of minority scale being really minority and only slightly minority. And anybody who doesn't know, I am the Green Dragon. When I took the ancestry test, I was less than 1% Asian, so I got that going for me. Maybe I need to check that box off instead of angry Irish drunk. Just saying, that may help me in the future. You know, even now, the Rittenhouse trial is over. He was found innocent, but I'm not sure it's going to take because the mail-in votes haven't come in yet, so the mail-in jurors, their counting them won't be done till next Friday. So that may change. But I'm still trying to figure out how a young white man who shot 3 white felons at a peaceful riot was white supremacy. Not really sure. What I do know is the BLM looters certainly had their Christmas looting list ready to go. In fact, they were marching on the streets after witness was found innocent, screaming, "George Floyd, remember his name." Not really sure how that correlates either. Not really sure. White guy shoots 3 white guys. Remember George Floyd. Once again, maybe I'm missing something, not that bright, and I've referred you many times to my white, or the squirrels will tell you I'm not that bright. Still a low-tier parent trying to move up a tier or 2, but it's not really working. What I do know is that the government was more prepared for these peaceful rioters and what was going to happen than they were getting our troops out of Afghanistan, which is a damn shame. Can you imagine that? Imagine that. I'm not sure about white privilege with this trial, but somebody certainly took the white privilege cards away from the 3 felons. Maybe they take it away from you when you go to jail. You know, once you're convicted of that first felony, they say, "Can I please have your card, white man?" Not really sure, but I've never been a felon. Never been to jail either. But I don't know. Breaking the law is not good. Breaking the law is not good. And somebody needs to tell the queen of stupid, AOC, because she said she was disgusted with the verdict. That not guilty doesn't mean innocent. AOC, maybe go back to school. That's exactly what innocent means, sister. So maybe you need to get yourself the new Webster Dictionary, not the stupid dictionary, the one that you've been using for years. Once again, your college must be real proud of you. That headshot had to be real good to get you in office. Now, there was a new term for the pronouns, or the gender-specific name-calling. A niece or a nephew is now called a nibbling. A nibbling. Isn't that like a kernel of corn, a nibbling? Not really sure, but the stupidity continues. Can you imagine? Oh, this is my nibbling. Give me a break. I have nieces and nephews, and I refer to them as nieces and nephews. I probably use their names more than not, but I was never going to call them a nibbling. You eat a nibbling. You don't call your relatives a nibbling. Then, Corona. Corona is still here. It is still here. It is not a pandemic. It is not an endemic. It is a foreverdemic. However, I do have a new home test. The other night, I was at the Islanders home opener, which they lost, and I drank about 13 drinks. So my idea was, if I could smell it, and I could taste it, I don't have Corona. Now, was a great night. I took the test about 19 times and passed every single time. However, the next morning, I woke up with some symptoms, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I took the test too early. I did see some genius Christmas ornaments. COVID Christmas ornaments. Genius. I don't know about you, but I'm dreaming of a COVID Christmas. You're going to need your Exercise pass, your vaccine ID to get into my house. Not so much. What you're going to do is, got to say Merry Christmas, maybe a drink with me, which is perfectly fine. So, New York City's still going downhill. The educational system is now breaking kids into groups to have these affinity groups. A white kids group, a black kids group, an Asian kids group, a mixed kids group. This is not forward thinking. This is backwards thinking. This is segregation, not integration. Let's get everybody together and talk about how we're all the same. Because the bottom line, we all put our pants on one leg at a time. I am no different, better or worse than anybody else, race or gender, except maybe AOC, because I am a little bit brighter than her, regardless if you ask my wife or the squirrels. Now, go figure though, after this, after the verdict, the Democrats are coming together and saying our justice system is broken, that we may need to change the way juries are put together and put specialists, appointed specialists on the jury. Who cares about the Constitution? It's not a real document anyway, and none of them have read it. It only serves their purpose when it supports their cause. Can you imagine? Let's change the Constitution because we don't agree with the outcome of a trial. The media is just as bad because the same day Rittenhouse was found guilty, not guilty self-defense. There was a black man, also in Wisconsin, found not guilty self-defense. But imagine it was a black guy. I can't imagine. I could see it because the black man was not guilty also. However, what I can tell you is you've run over 30 to 50 people in a parade, you get out of jail the next day on $1,000 bail. Not really sure how that works. $1,000. You kidding me? You kill 5 people, $1,000, you're out. I call that white privilege. But wait, it wasn't a white guy. It was a felon. Go figure. A felon. Get out of jail, $1,000. In Portland, they are refunding the police. Refunding the police. Why? Too many quit. They got rid of too many. And guess what? Crime went skyrocketing. So they're putting $6 million back into the budget. How much did they take out of the budget? 5.3. How'd that work out for you, you dummies? Really, Portland's another one with California. Just cut it off. Let it go into the ocean. I don't know what's going on over there. I do want to go to Seattle to see a Kraken game because I'd like to see to release the Kraken. I think it'd be pretty cool. Now, in another world that we should believe the science, a group of scientists and physicists got together and looked at the Marvel movies, The Infinity Gauntlet. And they have determined that it's scientifically impossible to snap your finger and get rid of existence. Can you imagine we needed a group of scientists to tell us this? Funny, I thought you just couldn't snap in those gloves. It doesn't make a sound. But scientists needed to tell me that couldn't happen. This is a true study, man. You can look it up. True research that we have paying people to tell us that you can't collect these magical stones and put in a magical glove, snap your finger, and delete existence. We really needed this done. So I'm glad to see our money is going well. Now, I went in to get my turkey the other day for Thanksgiving, and we should all be thankful. We should be thankful for what we have. We should be thankful, better off, for who we have in our lives. And I say it every week. Nothing's better than saying I love you and getting a hug. Nothing better at all. Now, so going into the store, I am looking at either a vaxxed turkey or an unvaxxed turkey. It used to just be organic or not organic, but now I'm looking for vaccinated turkeys. Last thing, I'm going to finish it off. Oh, two things. Story to Squirrel got into a little issue with his mother, and he was waiting for her to get home from going out to the store before going to bed because he needed to give her a peace of mind. So, no, your mother's not home, went to bed, so the squirrel went to the bathroom with the phone, called his mother, and gave her a piece of his mind. Some people may think it's sneaky. I think it's ingenuity. Genius. Got away with it, the little squirrel. I can't really fault him for that. Now, here's my advice today. Here's the advice. Angry Mac. I am 50 years old, and I recently started dating again, and I just can't understand women. Do you help me at all? The answer is no. I can't help you at all. Who understands women? I don't understand women. I got an idea. Get a couple of drinks, relax, and just try to have some fun. Because if you try to understand women, it's never going to work out. They don't even understand themselves. I don't understand. Now listen, if you like the video, do me a favor. Leave me a thumbs up. If you stumble on the video, subscribe. The videos are starting to be seen by other people. I had 2 new subscribers this week. So please like, please thumbs up. Subscribe, help me out, leave a comment, love to see it. But even more, find somebody you love, give them a hug. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I love the people I love, and I am thankful that I have all my friends who put up with me, who actually taught me how to love, and love very much. Never a day goes by when I see them I don't give them a hug. So go find somebody you love, give them a hug, and tell them because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. I love you guys. Cheers.